Alright guys, so welcome back to Rydeus-The channel. Welcome to video 16 in the Freedom series. I mentioned in the last video I am on the road today, but I am behind schedule in terms of some of the videos I need to do. So I'm doing it on the road. I have no excuses because I don't have a desk, I don't have a backdrop that I normally use, so I have no excuse even though I'm on the road. So in today's video, in the last video, we talked about getting a clear sense of what financial well-being means to you, looking at your mental blueprint, where you prefer to be in relation to your financial well-being versus your life conditions, where you are right now, and identifying the gap, whether you need a lot of improvement, whether you need a little improvement, or whether you're satisfied. We talked about that in the last video. In today's video, we want to talk about something that is called the COI versus the RTA. And I'll put it up on the screen. COI stands for cost of inaction. You should be seeing that on the screen now. Cost of inaction versus RTA stands for rewards for taking action. Now, we identified a gap between where we are and where we prefer to be. We talked, I think we used the example, if you want to have a minimum bank balance of 100,000 and you have a minimum bank balance right now of 10,000, your life's conditions 10,000, and your mental blueprint 100,000, there's a huge gap. There's a lot of room for improvement. Now, cost of inaction says, what happens if I do nothing about that gap? What's the cost of inaction? What's the cost of doing nothing? What is it costing me to do nothing about the situation? Rewards for taking action talks about if I begin doing those things that would allow me to reduce the gap between my mental blueprint and my life conditions, between that $10,000 and $100,000 gap that I have. If I begin to take action to reduce that gap, how would my life be better? What are my rewards? Let me give you that example in a different dimension of well-being that would give us a clearer sense of what we're talking about. So let's just say that your weight, your current weight is 225 pounds. But your mental blueprint, your ideal weight in your mind is 175 pounds. So your mental blueprint is 175. Your life conditions is 225. You're 50 pounds overweight. What's the cost of inaction? If you're 50 pounds overweight and you do nothing about it, you're likely to become more overweight, you're likely to become obese, and you're likely to have lifestyle diseases. That's the cost of doing nothing, or the cost of inaction. If you take action, let's say you begin doing those things that would allow you to reduce the weight that you have, then you're going to stop yourself from becoming overweight, stop yourself from becoming obese, you're going to stop yourself from developing lifestyle diseases. You're also going to feel better in your clothes, you'll look better in your clothes, you'll feel better about yourself, you'll have more energy to do those things that you really want to get involved in. So there's always a cost of inaction and rewards for taking action when there's a gap between our mental blueprint and our life conditions, where we prefer to be and where we are. Today we want to look at it from the perspective of we want to have a certain kind of life, and money is important to have in that kind of life that we want to have. What happens if we do nothing to improve our financial situation? What happens if we take action to improve our financial situation? In a previous video, we talked about being in financial chaos or financial disarray till we advance and progress that way in financial stability. What happens if we do nothing to move ourselves out of financial chaos and disarray towards financial stability, versus what happens if we do those things that we need to do to allow us to advance along the continuum? See you in the next video.